Eleanor Deuce drove home the nail that pierced and loosed what millennia of Strothe death by declamation and red napkin and faint praise from the crowd couldn't mine. A truth, just this. An actor with no clear connection to the clay from which ex nihilo new hearts first burst like clockwork birthed and climb. These deepling sharp shocks stun and freeze. Fear establishes the bond that makes of man humanity and guides the race of men in every mortal heart. No wiser now than those long gone, born, ancient in the dark. Back and away. No, back, fly down. No, courage, back, beyond the birth of Christ, past Buddha, there. Prometheus, huddling, turns and smiles and lifts loose fists to proudly prove the spark. Watch fish grow limbs and stumble towards divinity's first glint, abandoning without a thought their water-ceilinged universe, where truth's not even an afterthought. So, wet wick burnt. Farewell, Prometheus. What truth? You learn alone, my son. Ask Deuce. Oh, gone. So that eventually, in sufferance and in exaltation, every human heart, in time, learns truths too profound for ready revelation to young hearts, still dancing as they are with immortality. An early wisdom can shake the ground beneath the easy, unfocused, aped divinity and perfect rhythm of the ceaseless dance of young hearts. The joy of being, the only attribute of youth prized beside the most essential wisdoms of courageous age. You see, we start a simulacrum of perfect things. Smooth and glossy shells are icons to ourselves. Who doubts this small truth? A youth first dreamt and wafered forth the looking-glass invention, his simple, vain intention to comb a perfect part, his passport through the frenzy to the gorgeous dancer's heart. What use to old hearts? A thing that only looks at the skin, when age and wisdom long ago moved it down the list of priorities. A last item on a list of personal components. Remake me? Then take my wisdom and the physical remembrance of my journeys. Then my bent bones take care, my head, eyes. Now my heart. Oh yes. Contain them, please, snugly. Wrap me in grape leaves or old paper. Well, the skin, it's there, then that. Why not? Hearts old, wise, and calmly waiting for what comes. Pilgrimage done, and easily related, oft told. Content, some joyful, politely greeted, some respected. Old age has no need of mirrors, but not for want of pride. An old heart's mirror is youth, and doesn't need inventing. Destined is man, if anything, to see at most a dim scrim. Clever trick. Star-scattered, some say, I say cheap romantics. A mortal eye will see in each pastoral night-time sky star clusters, countless galaxies past counting, maybe endless, countless crowns or diadems, sliding clockwise, watch them tick. Then, past everything, dovetailed to the infinite hangs the scrim, and though we care to agree its axis tilts toward our calmest meditations, the wisest know, whatever truth is, a heart encountering it must stay, for fleeing from the jagged gift of truth begins the sink back to the clay. Most of us can see, at most, the mandatory union bulb that lights events we cannot yet know. Ah, yes, of course, the ways of God are not intended to be seen. Ah, yes, and smile, exhale, contentment, peace, meditation, sorry, no. A scrim, no lights behind it, is simply a cheap curtain and an unused trick. Perhaps a former burlesque clown, all eyebrows, in Baum's old coat, scrap pretensions masking stained lapels, stands near the light switch and trembles in the dark, not for fear of revealing the absence of the divine, but to prevent the ultimate disappointment. To flick up the light switch, allowing us to stare divinity in the face, mercilessly lit, and it's only him, one hand on the switch, the other one tentatively waving and hoping for approval. We'd all have a fit. But no devil's advocate advocates the devil. To doubt the divine is to doubt the existence of anything around the next corner. I can't see it. You can't hear it. We can't feel it. No theorem establishes it. It isn't real. It doesn't exist. It may, but if so, it's phony. So it isn't reality. If so, I don't like it. But you might when you see it. I plan at that time not to look. Well, there's safety in that, and thus a sort of wisdom. To doubt the unseen is to doubt our identity or individual occupancy of one heart. You lose control of the car and close your eyes. You walk past thousands upon tens of thousands and never wonder which is your next lover. A stranger to them all, the city doesn't see you. And as your former future lover watches, he is tucked into the city as it folds away from you and is gone. Multiple universes are speculation, but I'm positive there are 10 million Manhattans. That scrim that hides so much more than it reveals and lets us wonder if those shadows playing beyond it are the remnants of the memory of a god once resident, now long departed, or the ultimate grand complication, perpetually unwinding and winding in the watch that Albert Einstein had the wisdom ne'er to try to pry, for he knew the impossibility of it and the chaos forever inherent in any attempt to return to the womb for mature secondary inspection. And Albert also knew that if he was wrong, and he knew he could be, and mankind actually shattered the crystal, God would merely fire the clay and watch every age of men melt and burn to terracotta abstract evidence of the Maker's ceaseless creativity. Hope no longer, pain no longer, all urges extinguished, all, everyone. Galileo, you, me, reduced with Alexander, Napoleon, Prometheus, and the whispers of ideas of what might have been unique in one heart rendered futile from the start. And every great uniqueness of the recorded epoch and the possible transfixing genius of Demosthenes melted to irony, possibly unique in a sufficient variety of ways to be displayed on a pedestal alongside other firings, unique variations of sentimental value only to the collector.